Tonight we have a lot of winning to talk about, but we start on the track and field competition this weekend in Boston, and Tony Graves coming in first place on one of those events. Which event and by how much, and is now he becomes one of the top runners in the state after week number 1 of track and field. We'll also tell you some of the other results from the boys race and the girls race tonight. We also have some winning to talk about on the ice. The boys hockey team victorious versus Algonquin, and the Shepherd Hill player who scored a goal and got an assist. Tonight, some pictures and videos from that game. In other news, it's Sawyer Ayotte back on top. Following his record-breaking season last year, he won yet again, but there was also other wrestlers who got the big win this weekend. Who are they and what were their scores? We also look at the basketball team tonight, a close competition, game number 1. They got 2 this week. It was a loss to Shrewsbury, but what was the glaring mistake? And the girls will open up their season tomorrow. What can we expect with the home opener? Finally, in the national sports, did we have a Super Bowl preview? The Lions, the Bills, could it happen? And what a game it would be.
From Shepherd Hill Regional High School, this is Shepherd Hill Sports Zone with Cameron Simpson.
Hello everyone, and thank you so much for being with us on this pretty busy Monday evening. It's great to have you with us. All right, so first and foremost, we have a lot of winning to talk about. Sawyer Ayotte back on the podium, but also 2 other Shepherd Hill stars winning in that competition. We also have the hockey team getting their opening night win. What's the schedule looking like ahead? But I want to start with our track and field competition and the big winner of the weekend, Tony Graves. Tony competed in the 300-meter race. There's 128 other runners in this event. Tony finishes first by a lot with a time of 35.87. The closest was Logan Mayo from Grafton. The senior only had 37.57. Tony really dominating the field. He also now becomes one of the top runners in the state. He's tied number 1 with some others. And what comes next for him? Well, next weekend he will compete again, and we'll see how it goes. The season's just started, but we'll talk about him a lot. I mentioned that a few weeks ago, that he is one of those runners that we see quite often. If we go to the 600 meters, it's Riley LePage who finished 4th with a 1 minute 29 second time. He came off really fast, went to 4th, and it was a pretty decent run for him. In the 1,000 meters, it's David Bredeloot, the senior. He finishes 3rd with 2:53 as his time. We look at the 1 mile for the varsity team. Nathaniel Grant finishing 4th in the mile with a 4:40 time. For the girls team, Nicolina Holland finishing 7th in the 300-meter race. A decent finish there for the team. And then in the 600-meter, Fiona Duke also placing 7th. And then in the 1 mile, Nicole Christian finished 22nd with a 6:20 time. That team will head back to Reggie Lewis Center next weekend for another Winterfest event. Congratulations to them on week number 1 of the season, and we'll see what comes out after that. Let's go to the ice now, and the Auburn Rockets facing off against the Algonquin Titans, and they got scoring right away. A goal scored within the first period, and then bam, just like that, another one. And it comes to the second, they did let up a goal, going down 2-1, but this is when we get to the third period. And Logan Rada from Shepherd Hill came to play, getting an assist on one of the final goals of the game. And then right after that, heading all the way down to score a 5th goal. He gets that one for his team. He gets that, and the team wins 5-2 in total. Logan Rada with an assist and a goal. Other Shepherd Hill players saw time. Wyatt and Matt both saw time. Matt Isbicki. Wyatt Zalnarias also getting in on the action, seeing a lot of time on the defensive side. So the season has begun, and we are underway. So we'll see how it all goes in the hockey world. How about in the wrestling world, though? Sawyer Ayotte back on top, and he and his teammates had a very good weekend. Let's start with Sawyer, though, finishing 1st place in this weekend's event. You can see him in this picture, but alongside him was Diego Gutierrez Serrano. He finished 2nd place in this event. A huge win for him as well. Not on the top 3, but Liam Kay getting 4th place. And then it's Logan Pecor with 6th. The wrestling team record season last year with Sawyer, and now this year right back at it, finishing 1st, 2nd, 4th, and 6th. A great start to the year. The basketball team had a very low scoring battle, and I mean it was a battle. Wait till you hear the final score, 35-31. Yeah, 35-31. One of the most low-scoring basketball games that you could see ever. The team's young. They lost some big pieces last year, and they're trying to see what's going to work this year. Well, what was one of the big problems? Turnovers. 21 turnovers in this game for Shepherd Hill. So how do they fix that? How do they realm all that? That will be a huge question going into this season. Well, we'll get answers quickly. Neshoba, they'll play them tomorrow in the second away game. Then they have North Middlesex Friday. Then it's the Christmas break. They'll come back on the 27th to play Tantascwa right here at home. And if you don't want to wait to see a basketball game at home, girls varsity will open up their season tomorrow on the Hill versus Fitchburg High School. That's their home opener. They'll also play Friday versus North Middlesex. Both games on Shepherd Hill as the team opens up their season. They're looking good. They're hoping to beat Fitchburg tomorrow. What should be a great opener for the team. Turning now to the NFL and what I think could have been one of our Super Bowl previews. Secretly, I'm hoping it is. The Bills versus the Lions. And we talk about high-scoring games. This one was no exception to that rule. 48-42, the Bills getting the win. But look at these scorings. Buffalo puts up 14 points in the first quarter, unanswered. The Lions get 14 in the second, but Buffalo gets a 7 set. Buffalo again with 14 points in the third, Detroit only 7. The fourth quarter, 21 points from Detroit, 13 from Buffalo. They outgridded them all game, gets to 48-42. But what an electric game, and this theoretically could be the Super Bowl. I mean, the Bills are right now one of the top teams in the AFC. The Lions are the top team in the NFC. Could we see it? Playoffs will be something. They are 3 weeks away. Can you believe that? All right, thanks so much for being with us. I'll recap everything that happened this week. Our basketball games, there's some hockey games, and more coming for you on Friday. And then Monday, it's 2 days before Christmas, and we'll break down the weekend events and get you set for the holiday. Until then, enjoy your week. Half day Friday. We'll see you then. Good night.
Thanks for watching Shepherd Hill Sports Zone, the only place for Rams sports news.